In today's video, I'm going to show you how to organize your MailerLite account like a pro, using folders, structured subscriber lists, and smart naming conventions to keep everything clean, searchable, and scalable. Whether you're just opening the app for the first time or you're looking to polish your skills, I'll walk you through my personal process for getting the best results. MailerLite is a powerful email marketing tool, but without proper organization, your dashboard can quickly turn into a cluttered mess that slows you down. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. The first thing you want to do is organize your campaigns and workflows. Most people just hit send and leave everything in one big pile, but that makes it really hard to find past emails or reuse successful templates. Instead, rely on MailerLite's built-in folder features. For your campaigns, create specific folders for different types of content like newsletters, promotions, and holiday sales. Then move your sent or draft campaigns into these folders to keep your main view clean. You can do this right from the Campaigns tab by clicking the folder icon and selecting or creating a new folder. This is a game changer when you need to pull up a past campaign for inspiration or to analyze performance. Do the same for your automations. In the automation section, group your automated workflows by funnel or sequence. Think welcome series, lead magnets, and abandoned cart flows. This way you're not scrolling through a long list of mismatched names trying to remember which automation does what. Another best practice I always recommend is standardizing your naming conventions. Give your files and workflows logical, standardized names like YYYMMDD_campaign_name. That date-first format makes everything sort naturally and it becomes incredibly easy to search for later. A common pitfall here is using vague names like test or final version or newsletter 2 that will haunt you in a few months. Take the extra 30 seconds up front to name things clearly, and your future self will thank you every single time you search. Now let's move on to structuring your subscriber list. This is where most people make the biggest mistake. They dump everyone into one massive, unorganized list. That might seem simpler at first, but it makes personalization and targeting nearly impossible. Instead, use 3 layers of organization: groups, custom fields, and segments. Groups act as your primary interest lists. For example, you might have a newsletter subscribers group, a product waitlist group, and a blog readers group. When someone subscribes, you can assign them to one or more groups based on what they signed up for. This is the broadest level of categorization. Next, custom fields allow you to store specific subscriber details like first name, company name, time zone, or even their birthday. You can use this data to dynamically personalize emails. For instance, you could insert a subscriber's first name into your subject line, or adjust the time you send an email based on their time zone. The beauty of custom fields is that they are flexible. You can create as many or as few as you need right from the Subscribers tab under Fields. Just click Add Field, give it a name, and choose the type of data like text, number, or date. Then you can collect this information through your sign-up forms. Finally, and this is the real power move, use segments instead of creating static lists. Segments are dynamic filters that automatically include or exclude subscribers based on rules you set. For example, you could create a segment that targets subscribers in the newsletter group who have clicked an email in the last 30 days. That segment updates in real time as people take action, so you're always sending to an engaged audience. To build a segment, go to Subscribers, click Segments, then Add Segment, and set your conditions using a combination of groups, fields, and subscriber activity. The key here is that segments are live. They change with your data, so you don't have to manually move people around. A common mistake is creating dozens of static lists for every tiny niche, which leads to subscriber overlap and messy reporting. Stick with groups for broad categorization, custom fields for specific details, and segments for targeting, and your list will stay clean and powerful. If you found any value in today's video, hitting that like button is a small gesture that makes a huge difference in helping others find our content. We're always looking to grow, so please drop a note in the comments, whether it's a specific part you enjoyed or a suggestion on how we can level up our production. We read every single one, and your feedback directly shapes what we build next. To wrap things up, you've just learned exactly how to organize your MailerLite account by tidying up your campaigns and automations with folders and clear naming, and by structuring your subscriber list with groups, custom fields, and dynamic segments. Implementing this system will save you hours of hunting through clutter, and it will make your email marketing far more effective because you can target the right people with the right message at the right time. As a next step, I'd recommend going through your existing campaigns and subscribers right now and applying these principles. Even just starting with folders will make a noticeable difference. And if you ever get stuck, remember you can always revisit this video to walk through it again. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next one.